Hey guys, what's up? This is Nephis here. I hope you guys are doing really well. Thanks for watching the video, and as always, if you enjoy my content, subscribe, and that really means a lot to me. Or feel free to check out my Twitch stream or come by the Discord server. Now, in this video, I'm not really going to be showing you guys things on the PTS or showing you a cool boss burn video or whatever in ESO, but I'm going to be talking about ESO stuff. There's going to be 3 things in this video I want to talk about with you guys, and I'll link the timestamps below in the description if you just want to skip forward to those specific things. So anyway, the first thing I want to talk about would be the ESO performance improvement timeline, which was unveiled at the recent QuakeCon by ZeniMax Online Studios. The second thing I want to talk about is the ESO class representative program, which I recently became a part of. And the third thing I want to talk about is my own timeline with you guys, like what you should expect from me from at this point from now on as a content creator on both YouTube and Twitch, and what my aspirations and goals are with you guys as my community and for myself as a creator. So the first thing, let's look at the QuakeCon announcement. So we have in ESO's performance improvement plans. I even made this into an article. What's been going around a lot of Discord servers is this picture right here, and this picture it's a very rough summary. So Q4 2019 for the patch after this coming patch, which is update 23 Scalebreaker DLC. They want to do a memory management overhaul. They want to improve the combat play, and they also want to look into or perhaps come out with their finalized version, the new finalized version of the looking for group system, which has been very buggy, which isn't working very well under heavy load on the live servers right now. This is also, I think this is also pertains to Battlegrounds queue and the dungeon queue. I am very, very interested, like the rest of you, what it's going to look like. Maybe there's going to be trials now, maybe, or maybe there's going to be better streamlined UI for dungeon queuing. Maybe there's going to be a less restrictive requirements for you to queue. Like maybe they'll get rid of. I have absolutely no idea. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Q1 2020. So they want to look at patching overall, and I'll go into the specifics in a bit. And this is for update 25, immediately after the last quarter this year. And they want to fix the loading. They want to fix they want to basically make loading art fixtures and characters faster. I know a lot of people on both PC and console have been, suffering those shadowed people and textures not really being crisp. You have to focus on one certain object to make the textures actually sharpen. I know I get that too sometimes, behind the scenes combat ability. So this is definitely going to be an ongoing thing, I think. Frame rate improvements, which is huge news, especially for those of us who do trials or PvP or go to Cyrodiil or console, whatever. It's pretty good. Server optimization and stability, good as well. Q2 2020, update 26. So this will be the second quarter of next year, 2020. Account database cold storage, and I'll get into that as well, what it means, because a lot of people are confused about what's cold storage. Are they gonna put our accounts in the freezer and let Gina eat it later? I don't know. But frame rate improvements too, so they're gonna keep working on, it seems, the frame rate issues, the combat issues, and so on, and more bug fixes and updates. Pretty general, vague phrase, but let's get into detail of it. So the first marker of the timeline, so Q4 2019, we're gonna have a memory management overhaul, and they're basically saying, hey, we're gonna make sure ESO doesn't use up a lot of memory, reduces memory fragmentation, greatly improves stability, especially on base consoles, as well as potential minor performance improvement. And they'll get more into that later, I suppose. Behind the scenes combat ability improvement phases. And they're gonna they want to fix the servers. Basically, they're gonna try to lessen the server load. This is the first of many behind-the-scenes combat optimizations. It may not have a huge impact, but over time this will lessen the server load and allow smoother and more responsive combat with larger groups. So when people are zerging Cyrodiil, maybe maybe, just maybe, your skills will fire off, right? And complete rewrite of the looking for group system, ground up rewrite. So they're completely tossing away the old system, it seems, and making a new one. Pretty excited about this personally. I'm sure a lot of people are as well, and they will want to, you know, make sure it actually works under heavy load. According to the estimates on other websites, like ESO definitely has a few 100,000 players. And if you think about it, if something doesn't work, how do people enjoy the content, right? So user experience, okay, cool. The second mark, Q1 2020, patching overhaul. Big changes to the way ESO is downloaded, patched, and stored on local hard drives, right? And console players will see a significantly larger impact compared to PC because of the way it will work. So this is really great news for definitely console players and both PC players as well. And it seems like every ESO player on every platform will have to re-download the game client when this change happens. With the launch of Update 25, most likely, major improvement in load time, streaming of assets, and reliability of asset loads, especially on console. After this change happens, patch size going forward should also be reduced. So right now, if you guys, for those of you who haven't really checked out ESO in a while or don't know what the actual size of ESO is, it's astronomically, it's almost 90 gigabytes to download it. And think about the PTS as well. That's pretty much the same file size as live. So it's ridiculous. I mean, it's significantly worse than trying to download, you know, like Rainbow Six Siege or something. Rainbow Six Siege is pretty large, but nothing compared to the Elder Scrolls Online right now. Like with every content push and stuff like that, it's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. I remember when ESO used to only be like 60-some gigabytes. Now it's like almost 90 gigabytes. That's pretty insane. I'm sure it affects their sales as well, because if you think about it, they try to do these like, hey, play ESO for free weekends, but it's like who's gonna sit at their computer and download for like 3 to 6 hours a free game just to try it out for like maybe at best 1 or 2 days of their free weekend time, right? So this is overall great change for both them and for the players. Other than that, there isn't much else besides a continued combat ability improvement, more fixes on FPS, and it seems they're really gonna try to, you know, work on those server hamsters that keep dying. Maybe they'll get stronger server hamsters, a more responsive experience, especially in intense or high bandwidth situations. The third marker, the final update that they want to do in terms of performance fixes. I mean, I'm sure they'll still continue to do performance fixes long after this. I would hope so. Account database cold storage. So essentially, there are millions of accounts in our database. True. And the goal of this task is to split the character database into active and inactive shards to remove the need to pull all the character records for all logins. So this may be a significant factor as to why we've suddenly gone from really fast loading screens to really slow ones. So this will definitely improve the quality of life for most players. And we have a faster account login and character loads. Great. Players logging for the first time after being inactive for a few years will notice an initial longer load, which is fine while their account is transferred from inactive to active. Now I know some people have been asking, well, what determines an account being inactive? And I think, according to the dev tracker, that Gina said, hey, we're gonna let you know what we really mean, what the specific time frame would be for an account to be inactive. Frame rate improvements phase 2. I mean, at least they're not deleting accounts, right? Frame rate improvements phase 2. Okay, so more frame rates, great. It's better for everyone. Finally, more bug fixes and other updates, and so on and so on. And they even say here, hey, this isn't just the last of it or the beginning of it. This is gonna continue and continue and continue. And they even said, if any rise to the level of needing to be included, in this regularly updated post, we'll do so here. So check this. I'll put this article in the description below. But they will basically update this article every time they have something to say to the community. And it's pretty cool. Like, this could not have come at a better time for them. For both the game, the community, and especially the company. I mean, like, a lot of people have really become disillusioned with the company in the game. A lot of people like even on Reddit now, like nowadays, I'm seeing more negative threads than I than previously in the past. Especially official forums are always up in arms about performance fixes. I mean, on Discord servers and in game, everyone has the exact same opinion. Especially communities I am part of. A lot of people are moving on to Final Fantasy 14. And I think they've sort of, the ZeniMax has sort of, I can't speak for them, but I think they've also sort of realized, okay, we actually might have some competition. Like, if you think about it, ESO hasn't had an actual MMO to compete against since ever, honestly. Like, maybe they had to compete against World of Warcraft, and then BDO came out, and you guys remember Black Desert Online, and that sort of flopped for a lot of players who went from ESO to BDO, and they came back. But now Final Fantasy XIV has come out, and people are getting more and more interested in Final Fantasy XIV. So while, people from Black Desert Online and World of Warcraft are coming to ESO, a lot of ESO players seem to be trying out Final Fantasy XIV and going there instead, because they're really sick of, like, the lack of performance fixes, the lack of bug fixes, this despairing feeling of, hey, we're not being taken seriously as either players or customers, right? And I know this has been going on for a really long time, so this has come at a really great time. The QuakeCon announcement, this is a really good move. As for whether people like it or not, I'm sure from what I've seen, a lot of people have their hopes up. But at the same time, even more people are really skeptical. I mean, I'm one of those people. Like, I'm hopeful for it, but at the same time, I'm skeptical. And I think it's fair to say, yeah, that should be expected because of the history in regards to between the players and ZeniMax. I think being skeptical is fine. It's healthy, but I hope that this actually definitely affects the game. I hope this adds more to the success of the game, more to the enjoyment of people. Like, there's a huge reason why a lot of us really like ESO. Even if we play different things in ESO, and we've enjoyed the time we've had with other people in our community. We've enjoyed the time we've had with friends, new friends, old friends, and it's kind of hard to just toss that all away. But I think we've sort of reached a breaking point for a lot of people where, especially as of elsewhere, these bugs need to just stop. But so this QuakeCon thing came at a really good time. I really hope they follow through on this and that we see the results very clearly. I wish them good luck, and whoever came up with the idea of also communicating monthly. I think, let me see, did they say monthly? We'll keep you updated. Watch this article in our official ESO social channels for updates at least once a month. So that's a huge thing. A lot of people accuse ZeniMax of, hey, you're not communicating with us. You need to tell us what's going on. You need to tell us at least, we're on this. We're fixing this. And then there's a lot of other people saying, well, they've been saying that for years. So this is a very pivotal moment, in my opinion, for ESO. This is gonna be, I think, what make or break it, almost. So yeah, that's the performance fixes. Really, really cool news. But yeah, I am still sort of on the side, like just kind of peering, just watching, just like on my feet. You know what I mean? Really hopeful. Really hope this works. And the second thing I want to talk about in this video is about ESO's class representative program. So a lot of you may know that I am one of the 5 new class representatives that joined this program. Alongside me, really great people, Cab, CC, Glorious Reborn, and we're joining the first generation of the class representatives, Outcast, Fear Turbo, Gand, Mazel, and Quantum. Also really great people. And a lot of people seem to be confused as to, or have these really weird misconceptions as to what a class representative does or can do, or stuff like that. So I'm gonna kind of clarify that. But basically, it was said in this post, the goal of this program is to ensure your voice is being heard and concerns are being relayed and discussed directly with the dev team. and this regards combat pain points and stuff like that. And this obviously doesn't mean ZeniMax only looks at just feedback that comes through these 10 individual people. That'd be ridiculous. But it's just one of many ways they can get information. And like in their position, I would have probably done the same, considering the massive amount of information they'd have to like sift through and stuff like that. And this, having representatives, having people you can tell, hey, can you forward this to us or whatever, it's pretty helpful. And basically, I've been getting like whispers and PMs in Discord or in game asking me some really weird stuff like, do you know what the price of this house is gonna be when the next patch hits? Do you know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks from now on the PTS? Blah 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 blah. I think one person even offered me like gold for like information, right? And I was like, first of all, right, even if I knew, I can't tell you. Everyone on this list is under a non-disclosure agreement. Can't really say anything unless permitted to in regards to whatever they're cooking up. And second, I don't know really of any of that stuff, so please stop asking me. And a lot of people are skeptical of the non-disclosure agreement, but as we saw with the recent leak of the Update 23 patch notes, I mean, I think they have a really good reason to keep the non-disclosure agreement, between the players here and the company. And a lot of people think the class rep program is largely useless, or the class reps are in it for themselves, for in-game purposes, which I don't know about that. Like, I think everyone so far has been extremely professional and courteous. I certainly am going to continue being professional in this position. For those of you who've known me for a while before I entered the class rep program, you'll know that I've been in I still am actually in multiple feedback groups with ZeniMax, and it's the feedback I would help gather, I would help forward. It doesn't just come from one source or one biased source. It came from everyone. I've reached out to many communities and many guilds, roleplay guilds, trade guilds, fishing guilds, PvE, PvP, whatever, you name it. And this is not my first rodeo with ZeniMax. I know what's to be expected from giving feedback and so on and so on. So that's my position on myself and in regards to the class representative program. I am always going to be interested in feedback from wherever. I know the other class reps have their own like ways, or just on the forums as well. The forum threads that are the official class rep feedback threads for the classes and so on. I've been sifting through those as well. I've been trying to get through all the pages of all the pain points. It's a lot to memorize and keep up on, but I've been trying it. And I would also, I'm also planning on reaching out to more and more communities, more Discord servers especially, in terms of, creating feedback channels where people can, give me even more information, even more pain points, even more concerns and so on for me to forward. And I suspect the other class reps have been and will continue to do so as well as I do. And there's one thing I kind of didn't like about the class rep program. I mean, it was kind of expected, but it was kind of disappointing at the same time, considering I'm always telling people, hey, most of the people in the ESO community are pretty nice. But it seemed like a lot of people had negative reactions to this update post, and in regards to the other class reps that were chosen. It's kind of funny to me that the people chosen who really are passionate, really love the game and the communities they grew up with, are kind of hated on that. That's kind of weird. I think these people are just trying to help. So I think give these people a chance. I mean, I honestly don't give a shit if you guys call me whatever, threaten me or whatever. But I think you guys got to remember too that there's always a person on the other end. That's not just a name on the forum post. It's not just a channel name or forum post name or whatever. It's not an NPC. You guys got to remember that. There's always a person on the other end, and take that into consideration when it's dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about the class rep program. What it is, what I am not, what I cannot do, and stuff like that. Now for the last part of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys what you should be expecting from me as a content creator. And forget about the other two things we just talked about, the performance fixes or whatever. This is what you should expect from me as a content creator, and a lot of people have been asking me, well, which direction are you gonna take, your YouTube channel and stuff like that, your community with you. So this is gonna be a good time to explain what you guys should expect from me and so on. So for YouTube, expect at least one video upload every 1 to 2 days. I can't guarantee a video upload every single day because there's a thing called life. Right? But I can definitely guarantee you at least one video upload between 1 to 2 days, between 24 to 48 hours. So that's going to be something I'm always going to be on top of from this point on. So expect that. As for what kind of videos you guys are going to want from me or expect from me, it's still going to be mostly PvE stuff. Whether it's guides, builds or skill review or tips or whatever, it's gonna be mostly PvE stuff. I mean, there'll be other stuff too. I think you guys have really enjoyed the stuff I've been testing on the PTS, the public test server, the things I've been looking at, like the Undaunted Keys system, which got a whopping over, I think it's over 15,000 views now. And I think you guys were also happy, or rather not happy, but appreciative that I took the time to test stuff with an actual raid group on the PTS in regards to the healing changes. So I'll be doing a lot of PvE videos, a lot of PTS videos, and a lot of people have actually suggested to me or have asked me to make more meme videos or more funny videos. And the last kind, I mean, I just do those on a whim, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really plan them out. It just 10 ideas struck my head at once, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this improv. 2 boxes, 1 egg. Lico's a girl. Let's go. But if you guys really want more of that, I'll do it. I'll still definitely enjoy doing that kind of stuff once in a while, but I don't think you should expect that on a regular basis. But my focus right now is just purely on content creation. Helping new players, old players, whatever. So expect at least one video like that every 1 to 2 days from this point on. I will not really, as for everything else on YouTube, that's pretty much it. I won't really be going to other games, playing other games. Maybe occasionally I'll be playing other games outside of a stream, outside of a video. But maybe there will be a special occasion where I will upload a video of me playing a game that I really enjoy with my girlfriend and so on. But that's pretty much it. Just expect primarily ESO, PvE, some PvP maybe. I do have a PvP build coming out, a very special PvP build coming out, and memes, basically. Yeah, memes. Okay, so that's the thing you guys should be expecting from me on YouTube. Now, what about Twitch? Right now, I've recently hit over 1,300 followers, and I'm on the grind to Twitch partner, right? And the grind is really grindy because basically you need to reach 75 average viewership in like the past 30 days or 30 days of the stream. So basically, it's really hard going from 20, 30-ish average viewership to 75. So if you guys ever want to, tune into the stream and help me out here and keep watching to entertain yourself and so on, that'll always be appreciated. So Twitch, I'm going to be streaming at least 3 to 5 days a week. 6 days tops, and each duration of the stream will probably be at least 2 to 3 hours, and most of these streams will be leaning towards more to the evenings. Daytime streams, I'm not sure yet, but I think it'll be leaning more towards the evening. So expect at least 3 streams on 3 different nights. But I think it's realistically speaking, it's going to be at least 4 to 6. So that's going to be it. And a lot of people have been asking me for a schedule. I will put a schedule out on my Discord server and also my YouTube community post in regards to the Twitch streams from now on. It's been kind of rough right now with life going on and stuff to make a solid, rigid schedule for Twitch streaming. But hopefully these two will work out. And I'm really looking forward to growing with you guys as a content creator and as a community. The third thing you guys should expect from me as a content creator, the website. Oh my god, the website. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I actually do have a website here. It's still under construction. There's a lot of stuff here that's still under construction. There's a lot more pages to the guide section, but they're invisible. Dungeon guides, that's whatever. Champion points, you know, a lot of people have been using my website for champion points. It's been really helpful for them, really helpful for progression groups, and a lot of people come to my Discord server for these CP allocations. There'll also be class rep notes once we get started on that as well. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that's under construction. But working on a page, I'm still working on like a page a week or a page a day, depending on what page it is. So it's a lot of work. There's a reason why Outcast said in his recent Christopher ESO interview, you know, between YouTube, Twitch, Life, and the website, he can't really enjoy the game anymore. I kind of don't want to reach the point where I don't enjoy the game. I'm just purely focusing on content creation. I want to focus on content creation, but not to the point I just burn out. You know what I mean? So expect the website to, you know, trail like a snail. Right, it's gonna be updated once in a while. Check my Discord server or YouTube community posts for the updates, but when the updates do happen, I'll make sure they're spectacular and refined. So that's the website, that's the Twitch, that's the YouTube. Those are my plans. Life with all this and everything in it, it's gonna look like this for me. For you guys, it's probably gonna look like this. But yeah, that is pretty much it. That's what you should expect from me as a content creator. Those were the performance fixes, timeline, and what a class rep exactly is. As always, guys, stay safe, have fun, and see you next time.